All right. What is up, guys? This is Spooky, and welcome back to Indie.XSplit, where we're showing off lots of the great indie games that you can play here at PAX East. Much love to Penny Arcade for helping us put this on. Anyway, joining me is Jesse, and he's from Alientrap Games. How are you, Jesse?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
Good. So I understand that you have a new title to show to us today.
That's right, we do. This is a game we're working on for about the past year and a half. It's called Cryptark.
Nice.
It's kind of a roguelite shooter where you play as a space pirateer breaking into alien derelicts.
Nice.
Scrapping them for loot.
So when you talk
money.
about the roguelike genre, does that mean that this is like randomly generated as you play?
Yeah, all the levels are procedurally generated. Cool. It's got the whole kind of, not permadeath, but penalty for death kind of thing.
Got you.
Yeah, it's very money-based, so you're looting these ships to make money and then using the money to buy better weapons and gear and trying not to go bankrupt.
Sure, got you. So you said that you've been developing the game for about a year and a half.
Yeah.
Is that correct? And
yeah.
how big is the team that works on it right now?
The team right now is about 4 or 5 people.
Okay.
We expanded a bit from our last game, Apotheon, which was like an ancient Greek action RPG that came out last April for PC and PS4.
I played it actually.
Yeah,
it was also
cool.
on PS4, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
I got it when it was there was a month where it was completely free to get it on PS4.
That was
I got it during that time.
Our launch month, so that really helped us.
Yeah, it was fun. I enjoyed that game. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. So after that was finished, we just
jump straight to this.
Jump straight into this without even taking a break.
Yeah, sure. If you don't mind, I would love to see some of Cryptark.
Absolutely. So I'll just hop into a campaign game here.
Okay.
Oh, it's gonna run me through the tutorial because this is a new machine. That's okay. That's okay.
Oh, we get to learn a little bit about it.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, the game is fully voice acted and lip synced and all that good stuff.
Cool.
So I'm just gonna hop through some of this, some of this stuff. So basically, we've been hired by shadowy space government to go into these alien spaceships and mess them up so that they can be salvaged.
Got you.
For all their spicy xenotech that's inside.
For some reason, this already reminds me a bit of, and I know that you may have even taken some influences in this game. You ever played the game FTL?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. The kind of campaign map view where you're picking different levels is sort of like FTL, where you're picking different nodes. So so this is my my little pirate ship that I'm in, and I'm flying around in this little mech suit. So this guy's just gonna talk a lot and tell me how to use the guns that I already know how to use.
And how to play the game.
And how to play the game. So I got so my suit here has 4 different weapons. So I got a machine gun. I got a little melee spear kind of thing.
Okay.
And I got grenades, which are always fun and handy. And then I got a shield that I can block guys, and I can also boost, dodge, and get out of the way.
Cool. So you got the basic movement options. You got a few different little weapons.
Yeah.
So can you do anything cool with your ship? Like I see here that you're kind of practicing and learning, and going to the tutorial. But can you do anything else within the ship itself?
So this ship is just kind of the staging area. Outside of the tutorial, this is where you pick your weapon loadout and item loadout.
I see.
So what actually you're going to bring into the ship. We got our little scientist guy here who's helping us out. So this is the main part of the, well, not the main part of the game, but this is a big part of the game, is kind of planning out how you're going to tackle these ships. So it's kind of each of these ships is kind of like a little space fortress. So my objective here is to blow up the core, which is this kind of AI brain. Once I do that, then I win. Then I beat the level. But the core is protected by a bunch of these other systems. So all these little red squares are other systems. So the core right now is shielded by a shield system. So I at least have to blow that up. But there's also a couple other ones. There's a sentry system which controls all the turrets.
Okay.
So if I blow that up, then all the turrets will shut down. There's a door system, but if I blow that up, all those little red doors will unlock, and I'll have a much easier time to get into the ship. I don't have to blow those up, but they might be a good idea.
Right. So part of the strategy is, outside of the shields, which is probably very important to destroy, you can kind of pick and choose and say, okay, I think I'm powerful enough to fight the core as is, or perhaps I need to destroy some more of these systems first because otherwise, I'll lose.
That's right. It's very much about kind of making your own objectives. So so looking at this ship, this is a tutorial mission. I think I'm okay with just blowing up the shield and then going for the core.
Okay.
Hopefully I won't crash and burn here. So this is a shield system. All the systems have their own kind of weird little challenge mini-game, kind of mini-boss. So this one will actually deflect bullets.
Unless you go for that little gap there,
unless I go into the gap.
I see.
And then grenades are particularly handy. There's a little alien. alien robot. So the kind of story behind these ships is they were big alien colony ships that they were trying to escape an extinction a long time ago, but they basically got lost in space for millions of years, and all the colonists died. So now all of the aliens are just fossilized skeletons, but all of their robotics and security systems and cybernetics are still active and puppeting them around.
I really love not only the I guess like the smoothness of movement in this game, but I really love the art style and the direction you're taking. You got like a huge brain here just attacking you out of nowhere, a few little different weapons, and also the way that your character moves seems pretty smooth. It seems like you have a good control. You're able to dodge bullets pretty well.
Yeah, that's right, if I'm actually paying attention to the bullets. But yeah, I do have my little dodge, and it's full 360-degree movement and aiming. And there is definitely there's a little bit of bullet hell elements later on where you're dodging patterns.
Oh yeah, I mean this is just a tutorial, right? I imagine that it gets much more difficult later.
Yes, exactly. Okay, I'm just gonna get that level out of the way because it's pretty simple. So yay, I won. Beat that level.
Okay.
Blew up the core. It goes into slow mo, and I can spin around and look at the fancy normal map lighting, all the dynamic lighting we put so much work into.
I think that looks cool. Not too many people really try to go for a 2D style and have like
it's a lot of work.
Tricks.
So the way we did that was every single asset was basically hand painted 4 times with 4 different lighting directions.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so it's a lot of work.
Into account.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, so this is kind of the campaign proper. So the goal of this game is to get to the end of the little track at the bottom there.
Okay.
And so each one of those is a ship that I have to beat.
Okay.
And then if I get to the end, that's the end ship, the Cryptark, the big mothership. But I need to make money along the way so I can have enough good gear to be able to survive because they get really difficult. So I start off with 500K off the bat. Each of these ships will give me a little reward if I beat it. So this one has a reward of 100K for that one. And then they also have a goal time. So if I do this ship under that goal time, the more I'm under that time, I'll get extra money.
Oh, cool. So there's a lot of arcade little elements. Can you beat the game really quickly as well? You'll get a little bonus for that. That's nice.
And then there's also side objectives. So this has a bunch of bonus objectives. So if I meet these requirements, so for instance, if I don't trip any alarms, I get a little extra money. If I destroy all the systems, I get extra money.
I see. You get a lot of extra money for destroying all the systems on that one.
So I'm going to take a look here. And then this one has an artifact, which is our persistent unlock mechanic. So if I keep the repair system, which is really hard to do, because the repair system will fix systems I've already blown up.
Right.
So it's normally the first thing you want to blow up, because it's really annoying. But if I manage to keep it and beat the level, then I'll get an artifact which I can use to unlock characters and skins and stuff like that. So
cool, I see.
Yeah, so you can play as different suits.
It's kind of a little hard mode there. If you can take on the difficult task, then you'll unlock
Yeah, all the artifacts
special.
are all really. So I'm just going to go ahead and do this one.
Okay.
So
we have the basic foundry ship.
Yeah. So the foundry ship, there's different kind of classes in the levels because they're kind of these alien derelicts. So this one is like a factory ship. So it's all about building enemies. So each of these is a factory system. So every 5 seconds it will make an enemy. Each one of these. So if I don't act really quick, the ship will just get flooded with enemies. Oh, the game tells you the
next enemy that will appear as well. Wow, that's detailed. Just when the next enemy is coming.
Right. Yeah, I'll tell you when it will, and then what
type.
What of the type? It'll just be a random one of those. Okay. So yeah. So there's factories. There's a shield. There's an alarm system, which is also protecting the core. These little science things here are tech terminals. So if I get these, that'll unlock new weapons that I can pick up that I can use for the next mission. So. Okay, so the big part of this game is selecting your loadout here. So one of my side objectives is having 3 max hull, which is going to be really difficult. So the hull is it's just my health.
Yes.
And normally I can set my health to be whatever the heck I want. But obviously it costs money, so you can see my total going up down the bottom there. So I'm going to set this to 3, which is going to be really difficult. So I'm really, oops, not that low. I'm going to be really flimsy.
Okay. But if you do this, you will get a nice bonus, 47K.
Yeah, exactly. Don't trip the alarms and destroy all systems. So I'm going to try and complete all 3 of these side objectives, and then if I do that, then I'll get an even bigger bonus.
Awesome. All right.
And then I can also switch my weapons out for different things. So these are the only weapons I have available right now at the start, but like I said, you can pick up more as the campaign goes on. And,
in fact, there's that one here on this very stage that you can try and
Yeah, that's right. I can go grab that. And I can also have items, so I have health kits. I can bring a key to open a door if I want to, but I'm going to leave it there. Actually, I don't really use this. bike that much, so I'm going to bring a shotgun. And you can also choose how much ammo you're going to bring, but again, so it's all about balancing how much money you're going to bring into the stage. So as soon as I leave the ship, it'll charge me, because I'm basically renting all my equipment from these government guys. So, boom, I paid for all my stuff. So
now you can move on to the
so now what I'm trying to do is complete the ship and make that money back, and then some. If I die, then you
just lost 87.
Then I just lost all that money. And then if I go bankrupt, then that's game over. That's the roguelite element. So you can actually die multiple times in this, but it's
but if you run out of money, that's actually
exactly. So there's a detector one right there. I'll just grab that. Oh, cool. So next mission, I can use an EMP shotgun if I want to. That was a key I picked up.
So you got an extra one now to go along with the one you brought with you.
So I'm gonna try and take out some of these factories first, because if I leave them for too long, I'm gonna get swarmed by.
There'll just be guys everywhere by the time you get to
the end. And that's gonna be. So I got my little shotgun here, which is pretty good. So again, this factory is its own little challenge. It opens and closes and shoots.
Yep, I see that. It defends itself.
Yep. And then also it has this wormhole that opens up, so I can actually get sucked into this, and it'll teleport me to a random place. Oops. So
I guess it's gonna tell you about the wormhole.
Well, it's gonna tell me that I'm getting shot up a lot. So so I do have little health kit, little repair kits here I can fix myself. I'm not going to, because I only have 3 health.
3 health. You might as well wait
I might wait until I'm all the way down. I can't really. Okay, I'm not off to a great start here. I can pick another frag gun, which is like a super shotgun. It's really expensive, but very powerful. Okay, so there's another. So yeah, it warped me from there up to here. So I'm just gonna hop over here and take out this factory too. Nope. Dealing with this guy. I'll hop into this anyways. Sometimes it's a bad thing, because on big maps, you don't know where it's gonna warp you to.
You can just end up right in front of an enemy or something.
Yeah, you can end up in a massive swarm.
But that one looks like it worked out pretty well.
Yeah, this ship, it's because it's a factory ship, it's still kind of empty at the start. It takes a little time to get geared up, so yeah, I guess I'll just go and I'll grab this key so I can get through these doors. I guess I already have them. But this guy, open the door.
Oh, it takes time to open them. They don't just open.
Yeah, yeah. It's just so you can't just run away from guys instantly. Commit a little bit to opening the door. Okay. Oh, so there's a sniper turret over here. It's a really long range.
Did you block that just now?
Yeah, I have my little my shield.
You were ready for that.
Deal with this. So remember, these things are building an enemy every 5 seconds. So the longer they're alive, the harder the
worse it gets. Yeah. But you killed 2 pretty fast.
Yeah, I killed 2. So now all the factories are gone. So now at least no more enemies will spawn, aside from the ones that are already here.
Just already running around.
Yeah. So actually, one of my objectives is to also destroy all systems. So I might as well just clean this place out. So oh no, it already my portal closed. I can't hop in there and see where it takes me.
Try to end up somewhere else.
Yeah. I'm gonna go right for this shield system here. Oh, this guy's having trouble with the wall.
That was cool. He was like camouflaged into the corner.
Yeah, they hide on the walls sometimes. Yeah, a lot of the art style is kind of Geiger-esque with all the skeletal influences and spinal cords and rib cages and stuff. Okay, so that was the shield.
Yep. There's a couple other systems there just north of you.
So there's an alarm system here. Oh, that's a little alarm drone that will. So this alarm system, if I touch one of these lasers, it'll send off a big sound wave that'll pull enemies towards it, which is usually very bad. Now flew into that grenade, which was nice of them. And a lot of these systems get more difficult as the game goes on. They kind of evolve over the course of the game.
Oh, I imagine that like they'll throw even more enemies and they'll have tons of shots.
Yeah, they switch up their attack patterns.
Cool.
Everything like that. Okay, so there's only one left. So there's only this turret system.
So once you clear this, which looks like you're in good shape, I don't want to get ahead of anything.
Yeah. I still have to beat the core, which might shoot me up. So this thing, I have to wait till it opens and then shoot the little the inside crystal fight.
Dude, your character's movement in this game makes everything. Because I see lots of times where it's like, well, you're under pressure and you're just like, as long as I use my good movement, I'm okay.
As long as I can get some cover. And like the, you know, most of the enemy projectiles are slow enough that you can dodge them. Ooh, shit. Okay, so now, that was my last hit, so now I'm going to heal myself. Because I do still have 2 health kits, which is
nice. See. Cool. That's good. Did you reflect that one back? Oh, is that just
yeah, they're plasma bombs.
Okay, I see.
Little shields. Okay, there we go. Okay,
nice.
Cool. Now I can just run over the core. Actually, I'm just going to fly back outside the ship, which is a tactic that comes in handy a lot.
Yeah, I bet. Especially if it's like infested with enemies
everywhere.
Yeah,
if there's something on the whole other side of the ship, why go through the ship when you can just go around it? Later ships do tend to have defenses on the outside, like flak turrets and things like that.
I see.
Pretty dangerous. So I can also shoot multiple weapons at once. But you notice whenever I shoot, there's a little white ring around my minimap. So that's my sound radius.
Oh, so does your weapon get weaker if you keep shooting it repeatedly?
It doesn't get weaker. If I shoot more than one weapon at once, it gets louder.
Okay.
And if there's enemies within that sound radius, they'll come running towards me.
Oh, okay, I see.
So it's a little bit of a stealth. You know, it's not like a stealth game, but there is definitely.
But yeah, I mean, you don't want to make too much noise and attract like the entire next room if you don't have to.
Yeah. So I did pretty good in this one. I got some good tech.
A boatload of money.
I got so much money. Yeah, I got I like doubled my
Dude,
amount.
we should just cash out right now and go home. Let's have some drinks.
Yeah,
that was it for Cryptark, guys. I hope you enjoyed it.
Beat the game right there. Okay, so now you see I moved up 1 pip, and I can progress on to the next level.
Okay. So you made a lot of money just doing this level. Is there any advantages you get in the next level by buying like some more expensive equipment or anything like that?
It will definitely make my life easier.
Okay.
A lot of the game right now is kind of saving up for the harder levels because they do get pretty crazy hard.
I see.
We are still in early access right now, so a lot of what we're doing is kind of the final, you know, adding final content and final balancing and polishing and stuff like that. So, yeah, some of the difficulty curve is high right now.
I mean, I feel like with this type of game in particular, that's part of the appeal, right?
Yes,
you don't want to just kind of shoot everything and I blew up all the aliens, guys. That was easy. You really want to work for it.
Yeah. So this is a totally new ship. You can see it's all the random generation. It's got different systems. It has a repair system that'll fix things once I've already blasted them. So I probably want to kill that first.
Okay.
It's got an armoring system, which basically gives all the enemies more health. So let's see. What are my side objectives here? I gotta keep the repair system, which will give me 90k, which is really good, but that'll be really difficult. Gotta destroy the armoring system and don't trip any alarms. So at this point, I could decide that, like, okay, I'm just gonna not do this objective.
You got a lot of money in the previous mission, so it may be worth it to just skip
I'm just gonna
that
go in and blow this up so it doesn't cause me any trouble. Because if I leave that alive, I have to like move real fast and like destroy everything else before it starts.
And you may have to double back and re-kill something.
Exactly. And there is items that let you do that pretty well. There's you can drop down like remote nukes, and there's like teleport beacons where you can double back even faster and stuff like that. So. But I do not have any of them right now. So what did I pick up last time? So I picked up a frag gun, which is pretty ridiculous. It's like a super shotgun.
Oh, nice!
That bounces off walls, and you know, it's like the Unreal Tournament frag cannon. So I'm gonna keep that. It's really expensive, but hey, I got a lot of money. What else did I get? I got some little heat-seeking rockets. Bring some of those. Okay, that's I need to myself a little more health. Because that's
not a requirement for
this mission.
All right.
So I was going to go right for that protect system. And then in addition to this campaign mode, which is all kind of economy focused and money focused, we do also have a rogue mode, which is a more traditional kind of roguelite structure.
Random, whatever happens.
Yeah, it goes
good luck.
it goes from level to level, and you're picking up items and weapons in the level. And then if you die once, then that's it.
I see.
And that is a very different sort of seeking rockets.
Got you. So a little crazy. Are there any multiplayer aspects?
We just added in our early access local co-op.
Oh, cool.
Which is pretty cool. We haven't tested it out too much, but it's pretty fun.
Nice. feel like local co-op's a little underrated. Sometimes two people just want to beat a game together. Hey,
Yeah,
let's
exactly.
do it.
Yeah, it's fun just couch co-op. Okay, so I wrecked that system pretty good. Let's go trash this. So the nice thing with the frag gun is it just goes through.
The armor
it's,
completely.
yeah,
Wow,
it's
that
just-
makes
yeah,
that way
super fast.
easier. That is an awesome gun. Look at that thing.
Spinning saw guys are appearing. Yeah, but like I was saying, the rogue mode plays very differently to this. It's very it's much slower and kind of survival based. You're kind of picking your way through ships because all your health and ammo carries over between levels.
Oh, okay.
So
I
you don't
see.
want to get into fights that you don't have to. Whereas the campaign mode, every mission is kind of its own isolated thing aside from the money that you're carrying over. So it's much more about kind of loading yourself up to the teeth and then going in guns blazing.
Got it. So how long is the campaign mode?
So it's those 6 levels plus the final boss, the Cryptark.
Okay.
Which I think I beat it in about 2 hours or so.
Okay, but that's really assuming that you know what you're doing and you've played the game several times.
That's hard. I've only done it a couple times. To actually get all the way through to the end is quite difficult. And not necessarily because of like the standard roguelite thing of like, oh, I just had a bad run, like the weapons I didn't get like the overpowered items that I needed to have a good run or whatever. It's you usually have a pretty good armory of things when you're going in, especially if you've been playing. If you've been trying to make a lot of money and then unlock a lot of weapons along the way, you usually have a pretty good amount of stuff to choose from. But it's just making the plan, like, okay, I'm going to pick up this system and this system, because you never have enough ammo or health or time to kill everything, so it's really about...
I see.
Yeah.
And then, I bet that things start to down spiral a bit once you don't have enough money to do a certain thing, then it becomes more difficult to do even a basic mission.
Yeah, well, and we do have... we're working on a couple elements to kind of mitigate the death spiral effect of things of like where if you're low on money, you'll get some kind of saving grace mission.
That seems pretty roguelike to me, though. Typically in those games, when you're losing, it's kind of a downward spiral, and you feel like, man, if only I could prevent this from happening. You see it coming, but no, you know that inevitably you probably lost at that point.
Well, the difference is in most roguelites, once you die, then that's it. So the death spiral at least is mercifully short.
Oh, okay.
In this, if you're just hemorrhaging money for a couple missions, that can be kind of disheartening.
I see.
All right, I didn't really make a plan for this.
No, you kind of. I think I partly interrupted you by asking so many questions.
My train of thought. Yeah. So, okay, so I took a hit there.
Okay.
All right, she's gonna tell me that the system is shielded, so I have to go find the shield.
All right.
So yeah, before I can kill the core, I gotta go. Where am I even going? Okay, it's way over there.
Yep, that is a long way.
No, I can just pop inside. Fly around. So this thing is a little cage system. It'll actually lock me inside here.
Oh, so you can't.
Until I actually disarm it. So if there was like enemies in the way, they would come rushing over, and I would be trapped in this little arena with them.
Which you don't want.
Exactly.
Man, thank you for showing me this, by the way, because I was interested in this game already, and then I saw it on the games, and so I was like, oh, cool, I wanted to play this game anyway. Now I'm definitely going to check out the early access when I get back to my computer.
Yeah, so it's on early access right now for $50.
Okay.
It'll be coming out on Steam and PS4 hopefully sometime this summer.
Got you. So and where else? So outside of Steam, where else can they find more information?
You can go to Cryptark.com.
Okay.
Or Alientrap.com is our studio site.
Yep, and that's for Alientrap games, of course.
That's right.
So make sure to check it out, guys. Cryptark.com. Unfortunately, our time is almost up, Jesse.
All right.
So we'll have to close it out shortly. This looks very cool, though. I really love the exploration elements. Really love the weapons that you get and how fluid your character's movement is. The voice acting, very cool. Love the concept.
Awesome. Yeah, that's good to hear.
Definitely gonna check it out.
I haven't been using my awesome rockets. This is the door system. I'm out of ammo.
All right.
All right.
All right, guys. So that's going to be it for the presentation of Cryptark. But thank you very much, Jesse.
Cool.
I really appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks a lot for having me.
Yeah, it was very, very cool. So, guys, we're going to be continuing on with Indie.XSplit shortly. Please do not go away because we do have a little bit more cool stuff from the fine folks over at Devolver Digital coming up for you in just a moment. Anyway, please stick around. I'll see you guys all shortly. Much love, everyone.